Morning everyone, how are you all? It's Wednesday. It's just before Christmas. What's the date today? 19th? Oops. The 18th. And boy, it's been a bloody tough and interesting 2 weeks since my last upload. Obviously I will get into everything during this video, but you don't want to miss it. It's seriously it's been a tough 2 weeks. For different reasons. Anyway, I'm at my other yard at the minute because we are trunking today. I've been doing quite a bit of trunking lately, which is why I haven't done very many videos. It is in a 68 plate Volvo, which is great. Okay guys, so the shunter just came and spoke to me. He has got a trailer for me already. It's full of refrigerated dairy products. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, that's what I do. So it's a 44 footer. I came down here in an 11 meter double axle. We're going back with a triaxle 44 footer. But yeah, anyway, I'll show you the coupling and all that like I did last time. Bit more this time though. And the walk around, and then we'll shoot off. Come on. Alright guys, that's job's done. We're just doing the walk around now. Check we've got enough fuel in the fridge. Check the condition of landing gear, you know, all of the good stuff, all of the side lights, especially the tyres. That's the important one. Okay, we're A406 or North Circular westbound back to our yard. It shouldn't take too long. I'm avoiding the M25 today only because I can't check the traffic and I don't really want to be stuck there for any longer than I have to, and the traffic this way should be a bit better based on previous experience. So anyway, the reason why I can't check the traffic is because, well, I do have a phone, as you can see there, but the SIM card is not active in it currently, and that's because my phone was stolen along with my wallet yet again. It's the second time this has happened. It happened on Sunday, it's now Wednesday, so a few days ago. And I was at a store in Stamford Hill, which is North London, it's actually almost round the corner from where I am at the minute. I'm coming up to Brent Cross shortly. And yeah, it's an underground loading area. And it's gated off, it's secure. Yet a car pulled up out the front. He must have been watching me. I had to keep the keys in to keep the lights on, otherwise the trailer lights don't come on, and I couldn't see anything in the back because it was so dark and underground. Oh, you're not having very much fun, are you? Anyway, yeah, so I couldn't see anything. I kept the lights on. He came up to the barrier, kind of walked in, just walked straight to the lorry and stole my phone and my wallet. You know, and I'm extra cautious about locking the lorry now, you know, since it happened the first time, which I think I did mention in a previous vlog. But we checked the cameras afterwards, and I actually turned up back. I went back to the lorry after unloading, and I was only 30 seconds later than he was. So if I was, you know, a minute earlier or whatnot, then that whole situation would have been avoided, and I wouldn't have had any problems. Luckily, I had insurance this time. Last time I didn't have insurance, I had to buy a new phone, which was absolute chaos, like the roads right now. I've gotten over it, it's fine. I've paid the money to the insurance, which wasn't that much, and I've got my phone. I just need them to activate the SIM. It's taken them 18 hours so far, and I still don't have a working phone. I brought it to work with me just in case it started working if I restart my phone. You know, not having a phone is awful. But that wasn't the only thing that happened. And I really don't want to sound like I'm whinging. I'm not whinging. No, the second thing that happened was just a bit of a scare. It wasn't, nothing bad happened. The problem was solved. So, you know, there wasn't so much of a problem afterwards. But I was delivering to a store that I deliver to every Sunday. Well, not anymore, but at the time. This wasn't last Sunday, but the Sunday before. So the last 2 Sundays, something bad has happened. And, you know, they say bad luck comes in threes. So anyway, I was delivering to a store, and it's on quite a slope, as in it slopes downwards towards, you know, behind you, and it slopes to the left as well. It's got a camber on the road, and you can't park on the curb because you get a ticket. And I was putting cages onto the tail lift, and they always have a tendency to lean, but this time I don't know if it was really windy that day. I don't know if it was, you know, a gust of wind or whatever, but the cage decided it was going to tip off the tail lift. Now, I've warned the office about this so many times. I've told them it's dangerous and it's going to kill someone, and on Sunday 2 weeks ago it almost did kill someone. So that was kind of the breaking straw for me, the straw that broke the camel's back. And I refused to deliver to that store anymore, and I said take it off the route or put me on another route, and it was simple as that. I was stuck on another route, which was the one last week. So yeah, it's been quite an interesting week, those 2 events happening. I'm moving on forward. The good news is I've finished all my theory content for my ATPLs, which is or module 2. So if I know there's a couple of you out there that are actually, you know, wonderfully training to be pilots or looking to train to be pilots, because I've received emails from you, so that's really great. That's really great. It's nice to be back here. I used to come this way back to the yard on my during my class 2 days, actually, when I used to do that route. That was probably one of my favourite routes I've ever done. Well, class 2 route anyway. Class 1, my favourite route was up in Norfolk. We're going to be stopping off in South Mims as I need to have a break. Well, I don't need to have a break, but seeing as my phone's not working, I want to split them up. Instead of having one 45 minutes, I think I'm going to have a 15-minute, and I'll probably have 2 more 15-minute breaks, as I won't need to reset my driving time today. Not only have I been enjoying the Volvos though, I've been enjoying the brand new DAFs, and those, when I say brand new, they really are brand new. We've only got them for Christmas. Same with this Volvo, we've only got it for Christmas, which is a bit of a shame. No, we'll get through here. It gets a bit tight on this roundabout. When you're in Arctic and you're coming through, entering the roundabout from that entrance, you have to use both of those lanes. So the DAFs, yeah, they're 69 plate. The first one I drove only had 200 miles on it, or sorry, 200 kilometers on it, which was amazing. They're really high spec compared to the Volvos, and you know, I think Volvos are better anyway, and I don't like the DAF heavy steering. I prefer a light steering. Just makes it a bit easier. But they're kitted with built-in sat nav, so this should have a sat nav, but if you click nav, it says function not available. So yeah, it's obviously not spec'd with that, but the DAF has that. and the DAF has heated seats that burn you within about 30 seconds. Thanks, matey. I thought it was going to be in the middle lane, but it was not. We want the right lane as it comes around here. I might have underestimated the traffic a bit on that route. I guess that's the disadvantage of not being able to look at the traffic. That's a bit of a different site anyway, you know, I don't usually go that way. So it's a bit nicer to see. Okay, let's find a spot. Alright, that's us done. Let's get it on brake. Perfect. Okay, that's the breakdown. That's 31 minutes. I know I did say I was going to do all 15 minutes, but... Oh, better turn that off quickly. Yeah, I know I said I was going to do all 15 minutes, but I decided stuff it. Let's just do 15 minutes, eh? I might not even need to do another... Oh, hang on a sec. Let me just switch the fridge on. 2 seconds. Oh. Alright, there we go. Yeah. So I know I said I was going to do 15 minutes, but to be honest, we might not even need the full lot. We might only need half an hour, depending on how many hours we do today. I'm looking to hopefully do around 9 hours. So I'm trying a different camera angle. Obviously that is vastly different. You can't see where I'm going. Treat this camera angle as swapping between this view and looking forward in the road view, because I kind of want to test out to see whether or not that would be feasible. I've only got one GoPro right now, so I can't really do it now. But if I were to get another GoPro, what would you say? Oh, I can't really see. Let's turn a little bit so you can see the wide view. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, or would you prefer it on my face? Like, you know, sorry, on my head, seeing what my eyes see? That is the question for you to answer in the comments. Let me know. In fact, if I can figure it out, I will stick a poll on the, oh god, it's wet on the ground and the sun's bouncing off of it. Yeah, if I can set up a poll in the video in the top right, then I will set that up. Although I've never done that before, so we'll see. Coming off at the next junction here, and that'll be us pretty much back. I can't film in the yard obviously for obvious reasons, but you'll just have to trust me that I'm dropping this one off. I'm going to pick up another one and then head back to our other yard, pick one up and come back to base. We've made pretty good time really. It's 11 o'clock at the minute. I started at 6:15. I did have to do something extra in the morning, just something around the yard. I am a spare driver, as I've previously mentioned, so yeah. I sometimes have to do weird and wonderful things. A unit had a defect this morning, and well, it wasn't officially on defect, but a driver had reported it. And taken another unit out, so wanted me to just check and confirm, you know, if it did have a problem or not. And I found out it did. The Anderson lead, which is the lead that's used to operate the tail lift on the trailers, wasn't working well. I believe it to be the unit. I couldn't find any other Anderson leads to try, but I did try it on 3 trailers and all of the tail lifts didn't work. And you know, the chance of that happening, you know, every time being the trailer's fault is not very likely. This company here, lads and lasses, are the ones that did my that I went with for my class 1 and my class 2. I really recommend them. Now I haven't been paid for that, obviously, but I really did like them, and I do like them. It's always exciting seeing them. On another note, we are blocking the sun off with the visor, but we're also going back to our yard. We have another trailer. It's a 44 footer this time. Last time we took down an 11 meter double axle, but it is empty. There's nothing on it, which means 1, it's quicker to drive there. 2, saves on wear and tear because the lift axle's up, as you can see, lift axle's up. And 3, we don't have to unload when we get there, so it's a nice and easy day. And because of those delays we had earlier at okay, I had to beep that out. I just said the name of the yard. Because of the delays we had at our other yard and the traffic on the A406, we're running a bit behind, so we probably will only get 2 trunks done today. We're just approaching the A406 again, so once we get there, you know, 2.5 hours, we've done a whole loop and we're back at the other yard. So yeah, to be honest, that's all there really is to trunking. You know, trunking's not that tough. In fact, trunking is not tough at all compared to doing routes. Not only because it's nowhere near as physical, the actual driving route is self-explanatory, really. I'm going to let the drive on the way back play out. Probably up to, towards the M25. And then I'll leave you there. If I don't upload again before Christmas, I just want to say happy Christmas to all of you. You know, we're a small community at the minute, and if it stays that way forever, then no worries. You know, I've met some great people already, and I just want to say all the best for 2020. Yeah, and have some time off. Enjoy it with your family, and just reset your life, and then come back into it next year, you know. It's going to be a good year next year, I can feel it. I'm going to be a pilot. That's the important thing. Cool. Alright then, guys. I'll catch you in a bit. It's going to be bloody awkward if I upload again this year. Alright, don't need to scream at me, do ya?